The New Yam Festival, also known as Iriji or Ikeji, is one of the most vibrant and culturally significant celebrations of the Igbo people in southeastern Nigeria. It marks the end of the rainy season and the beginning of the yam harvest, symbolizing prosperity, gratitude, and a fresh start. Traditionally held in August or early September, the festival brings together communities, families, and tribes in colorful displays of Igbo art, music, dance, and ritual. Yam, considered the king of crops by the Igbo, holds deep spiritual significance. It represents wealth, survival, and fertility in Igbo culture. And so, the festival isn't just about eating, it's a celebration of life and abundance. The festivities often kick off with the Igwe, king, or community leader performing a ritual, offering the first yam to the gods and ancestors to express gratitude for the harvest. Only after this offering are the new yams officially declared edible, which the community then enjoys through a variety of dishes, roasted yams, yam pottage, and yam soup being some of the most popular. This act symbolizes unity and shared blessings, as the people believe it reinforces communal bonds. Traditional masquerades and drumming fill the air with energy and mystery. The Manwu dancers, donning vibrant, often fierce-looking masks, weave through the crowd, representing ancestral spirits who are believed to protect the community. They entertain and also remind everyone of the unseen, spiritual world closely tied to their daily lives. For many younger Igbo, the New Yam Festival is a chance to reconnect with heritage and learn traditional values from elders. It's a living testament to the strength of Igbo customs in modern times, drawing locals and tourists alike. The festival's brilliance lies not just in its colors and flavors, but in its reminder of the Igbo people's resilience, cultural pride, and reverence for the land. The night the secret spilled was the strangest night of my life. It was the night of the Igbo New Yam Festival, a time of joy and feasting in our village. But what I heard that night, I will never forget. The festival had begun with songs, dances, and the sweet smell of roasted yams filling the air. Our village square was alive with laughter and drumming. The women carried bowls of yam porridge, the men drank palm wine, and the children ran around with sticky fingers. I was sitting near the big udala tree, chewing on a piece of yam when I saw her, our leader, the king. She stood tall and proud in her royal wrapper, her face glowing in the firelight. Everyone respected the king. She had ruled for years, always keeping the village safe, but something about her seemed different that night. The king had been drinking more palm wine than usual. I watched as she stumbled slightly, then laughed loudly, a laugh that seemed too free, too careless for someone so powerful. When the drums grew louder, the king joined the dance circle. The crowd cheered as she moved gracefully, her feet tapping to the rhythm. But then, she stopped suddenly, raising her calabash of wine high in the air. Her voice, loud and slurred, cut through the music. "I have kept a secret from all of you," she shouted. The drummers froze, their sticks mid-air. The dancers stopped, their eyes wide with shock. The entire village went silent, the only sound the crackling of the fire. I was so close to her that I could see the sweat on her forehead, the way her lips trembled. My heart pounded as I waited for her next words. "I am not what you think I am," she continued. "I am a woman." The crowd gasped. I felt the yam in my hand drop to the ground. A woman. Our king. A woman. It was unthinkable. For generations, the king had always been a man. Women could lead their families, yes, but to rule the entire village? At first, there was silence. Then, murmurs began to rise like a storm. Some whispered in disbelief, others in anger. I heard someone say, "How can this be? She has been lying to us." The king tried to speak again, but her words were lost in the growing noise. I saw her eyes dart around the crowd, her once proud posture slumping. She looked afraid. Suddenly, an elder stepped forward. His face was stern, his voice calm but strong. "Enough!" he commanded, and the crowd fell silent again. He turned to the king. "Is this true?" She nodded, her head bowed. "It is true," she said. "I hid it because I knew you would never accept a woman as your king. But I have ruled well, haven't I? I have protected this village, haven't I?" Her words hung in the air. The elder looked at her for a long time, then turned to the crowd. She has ruled well, he said, but the truth has been hidden, and that is a grave matter. Some villagers nodded in agreement, while others shook their heads. The tension was thick, the air heavy. I could feel my own breath, shaky and shallow. Then, an old woman stepped forward. Her back was bent with age, but her voice was clear. "A lie is a lie," she said, "but look at what she has done for us. She has kept us safe. She has brought us good harvests. Do we throw all that away because she is a woman?" Her words seemed to break the spell. Some villagers began to nod. Others muttered, still unsure. As for me, I didn't know what to think. I had grown up believing that only a man could be king. But as I looked at her, our leader, who had kept us safe through droughts, wars, and sickness, I wondered if it really mattered. That night, the celebration ended early. People returned to their homes, their hearts heavy with questions. The next morning, the elders met to decide the king's fate. I was not allowed to attend, but I heard whispers of the debate. Some wanted her removed, while others argued she should stay. In the end, they decided to let the people choose. A vote was held, and to my surprise, the majority chose to keep her as king. They said, "She may be a woman, but she is our king." From that day on, the secret was no longer a secret. And though some never accepted it, life in the village went on. The yams grew, the rains came, and the drums beat again at the next festival. But for me, the night the secret spilled changed everything. It taught me that sometimes what we believe isn't as important as what we see. And what I saw that night was a leader, strong and true, no matter who she was.